Novak Djokovic has had several periods of dominance, most notably being in 2011 and 2015. Yet now he's in his mid-30s and still playing at an extremely high level. So, what has he done in his game in order to still compete with all those next-gen players? And how effectively is it working for him? We'll explore that in this video.
And before we get into the video, a quick little subscribe to the channel would be much appreciated.
Firstly, it has to be the serve. Novak has some of the best spot serving on tour, with fast shots right into the corners of the service boxes, as well as a great +1 ball. He can literally do anything with it, like hitting a powerful ground stroke or a delicate volley on that +1 ball. That leads me on to my next point, which is how strong his net game is now. Like, we saw how good it was against Medvedev in that Paris 2021 final. Djokovic is now an elite volleyer, and he always makes great angles with elegant touch off his racket. Coupled with this, his mental game is absolutely absurd. Now, whenever anything goes wrong, or he is in a high-pressure situation, he is always able to turn the page and play the point like it's just any other ordinary point. Like in that 2019 Wimbledon final, saving those match points, or recently in the Australian Open final, how he elevated his game in those tiebreakers. He shows time and time again that his mental strength is on another level compared to his opponent and most other players on tour. Next, we have his willingness to keep improving. This is most evident as seen after his loss to Thiem in the 2019 Roland Garros semi-final. Djokovic knew his forehand was not big enough to trouble Thiem. The fact that Thiem had the biggest weapon on the court that day, being his own forehand, meant he was able to dictate most of the offense in that match and thus win it. So now Djokovic has learnt from this and now hits his forehands with immense power. As seen with the stats, as he gets older, the miles per hour of his forehand has also subsequently increased, especially on clay, as we've seen in, for example, that 2021 semi-final classic against Nadal. He was hitting his forehand huge as well as his backhand, so his ground strokes are now massive compared to where they were a few years ago. These four key differentials are the reason why Djokovic has only improved with age and is still able to top the rankings in his mid-30s, competing with players a decade younger than him and still being able to out-rally them and outplay them in the large portions of his matches. So that was the reasons why I think Novak Djokovic has only improved with age and has gotten better over time. So thank you so much for listening. Take care and peace.